Welcome to JimmyTalksTV, where we dive into the stories shaping our world. Today we're tackling a critical issue, the immigration crisis gripping the United States in 2025. From mass deportations to powerful resistance, this is a story of policy, people, and power. Let's break it down. Since taking office in January 2025, President Donald Trump has made immigration enforcement the cornerstone of his second term. His flagship initiative, Operation Aurora, has unleashed a wave of deportations unlike anything seen in recent decades. The numbers are staggering. In just 1 week, over 1,100 people were detained in Florida alone. In Chicago, a single day saw 956 arrests. These aren't just statistics. They are families, workers, and communities caught in a rapidly escalating crackdown. At the heart of this operation is expedited removal. This policy allows immigration officers to deport individuals without a court hearing, stripping away what many see as a fundamental right to due process. Once limited to recent border crossers, it's now applied nationwide, affecting even long-term residents. The raids are relentless. Agents from the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, have swept through neighborhoods, workplaces, and controversially, schools, hospitals, and churches, places once considered off-limits. In Los Angeles, a mother was detained in front of her child after a medical appointment. In New York, teachers report empty classrooms as parents fear sending their kids to school. This fear is reshaping daily life. Fewer people seek medical care, and immigrant communities live on edge. One story has captured national attention: a 2-year-old Venezuelan girl separated from her parents after their deportation. This case echoes the dark days of the 2017 zero-tolerance policy, which separated nearly 4,000 children from their families. Organizations like the American Civil Liberties Union warn that thousands more could face similar fates if deportations continue at this pace. The administration has gone further by dismantling key humanitarian programs. The Temporary Protected Status, or TPS, which shielded some 600,000 Venezuelans, has been terminated. Humanitarian parole for migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela is gone, as is the CBP One app, which allowed people to schedule asylum appointments. These decisions have left hundreds of thousands in legal limbo, facing deportation even if they held temporary permits. To justify these measures, Trump has invoked the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, a tool that allows deportations without judicial evidence, particularly targeting those labeled dangerous. But cases like Venezuelans being sent to El Salvador based on unproven criminal affiliations have raised alarms about arbitrary detentions and a rhetoric that stigmatizes migrants. Militarization is also on the rise. 1,500 troops have been deployed to the southern border, and the National Guard, along with local police, now assist in detentions, breaking with the tradition of limiting military roles in civilian law enforcement. An April 2025 executive order forces sanctuary cities like Chicago and New York to cooperate with ICE under threat of penalties. This has sparked tensions, as these cities have historically resisted such mandates. But the logistical challenges are immense. ICE faces a $230 million deficit, and its detention centers are overstretched, holding 47,600 people in spaces meant for 41,500. Mass deportations could cost $88 billion a year, a figure that hinges on a divided Congress. Meanwhile, legal challenges are mounting. Democratic states and groups like the National Immigrant Justice Center are fighting policies like the proposed end to birthright citizenship, which faces serious constitutional hurdles. Internationally, countries like Mexico and Guatemala are under pressure to accept deportees, but have raised humanitarian concerns. Mexico, led by Claudia Sheinbaum, is developing plans to protect its citizens and other migrants. Proposals to send deportees to Libya or Rwanda have drawn global backlash. Amid this storm, resistance is growing. The 5501 movement has brought thousands to the streets, with lawyers, teachers, and citizens protesting what they call an inhumane hunt. Social media is buzzing with stories of solidarity, from neighbors warning about raids to activists offering free legal advice. The impact extends beyond immigrant communities. Economically, deportations could shrink the workforce and remittances, affecting not just the US, but also Central American nations. Socially, fear is eroding trust in institutions, while sanctuary cities grapple with balancing resident protection and federal compliance. So, what does this mean for the future? Data shows border crossings were at their lowest since 2021, when Trump took office, challenging the invasion narrative. Yet, the strategy seems designed not just to deport, but to deter migration through fear. This raises an ethical question. Where's the balance between national security and humanity? And here's our question for you. What do you think about this immigration crisis? Do you believe these policies are necessary, or do they go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Stay informed about your rights, And if you're in a tough immigration situation, seek trusted legal help. This is a story that affects us all, and your voice matters. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. I'm JimmyTalksTV, committed to bringing you the facts, no filter. See you in the next video. Stay informed.